Are you ready?
Audio.
Understand me. Understand me.
Let's go.
We come here for one thing only. To punch them in their motherfucking mouth. If you ain't about it, say you ain't about it and get the out of here.
This ain't no G, this shit smoking, this shit thrash for real. This that had you choking and got Tuka killed. Chasing clout and claiming bodies they ain't do for real. In my got shots, but I promise that this strap is real. This ain't no G, this shit smoking, this shit thrash for real. This that had you choking and got Tuka killed. Chasing clout and claiming bodies they ain't do for real. In my got shots, but I promise that this strap is real.
Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm one of them, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. The way I run routes, the way I move, I think I'm more aggressive than everybody else. When I go high point the ball, bro, I just know I'm gonna come down with it, bro. Ain't nobody, you can be on me, on top of me, you can hold me, it's me, bro. I always talk my shit. If somebody, especially somebody try to come at me, try to start at me, oh, they about to get the business. There's not too many like me. There's none like me. I just took off, man. I ain't never landed.
And welcome to Generation XU Sports Network. Listen, we've been active all day. Today is preliminary game, so getting seating ready for Championship Sunday. Landlords in the house. Hey, Rick got to get paid today, right, Coach? Yes, sir. All right. Ravens and Jags, 13U action right here on Generation X U Sports Network. AG Sports on the production. It's a little rainy here in Alabama, but we prefer the rain versus that 102-degree temperature. So, flags on the play. Guys, if you want to catch up on any of the schedules, make sure you go on to Zorts. Download the app. You'll get all the schedules for this weekend's games for the tournament. And, of course, the big teams coming out with the big wins. Of course, you saw Lambeau here on Generation X, 10 and under, coming out with another big win. That machine is still rolling. 9 and under came down to a dogfight. The #1 team in the nation, Twin City Outlaws, in a dogfight with Southern Alabama Jaguars. Man, it came down to overtime. Jaguars, I know it's a new name, but it's still a familiar face. Those kids are from 8 Mile, which is in Mobile, Alabama. So a lot of dogs on that team. Expect to see them in a lot of football. So right now, 13 and under action. Quarterback delivers down the field, overthrown to a would-be receiver. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Jags. So as this rain starts to come down here in Alabama, we'll try to seek some shelter. First quarter action, your score is 0-0. Jaguars in the white, Ravens in the purple. Ravens shift to a spread offense, quarterbacks under center, 2 wide receivers to the top and bottom of your screen. He'll do a hard count, and there is motion on the line. It's going to be a false start. That'll back up the Jaguars. So thank you for joining us on today's broadcast. We'll bring you another 2 games right on this football field today. Next up, Montgomery Gators, 6 and under, the pride of Montgomery, giving a little baby football, the baby ball is some love. Red Breach took on Miramar Wolverines early. Red Breach come on a comeback win. They were trailing the game 7-0, but would come back and win it 13-7. Quarterback rolls to his left, looks downfield, delivers, and caught. Not enough for a first, though. So that's going to bring up, looks like 4th down. It's decision time for the Ravens. Are they going to punt the ball or would they go Russian roulette and go for it here? So Ravens will elect to punt the ball, so that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for Jaguars, so we'll get to see what this offense looks like. West Orlando Jaguars in a tight game at the 12 and under earlier today, playing a team out of Boston, tenfold. First time for a lot of people hearing this, but again, we pride ourselves trying to find the top teams from around the country. That's just not the usual repeat names that you hear, teams that's going to be competitive on every nation. So you look at Southern Alabama Jaguars taking the #1 team to the wire, overtime. And you look at tenfold, no one ever heard of them before, taking the West Orlando Jags to the 4th quarter. Quarterback throws a screenplay, wide receiver screen. He has some block out there, breaks one play, still on his feet. And all the way Downfield. Hand out to the right-hand side. Has a crease there. Gets upfield. Enough for the first down. Still on his feet. He'll accelerate. Cuts back in. And he'll score, ladies and gentlemen. Some nifty running as the Jaguars go up early 6-0 over the Ravens. Coaches, they smell a little blood in the water for the Jaguars. And we have flags on the play. Delay a game. So they'll back them up 5 yards on the point after attempt. And thank you guys for tuning in to Generation X Youth Sports Network. Make sure you chime in. Let us know what scores you were looking at, what games you were looking at today. And let us know what teams you are representing. Of course, you're looking at the Jags out of Florida taking on the Ravens right now. The score is 6-0, and this is the point after attempt. Quarterback's in shotgun. Player in motion for the Jags. And we have another whistle down. All right, we're trying to get some football started here. Hand off to the right-hand side. Nope, he keeps it, and he gets swallowed up in the backfield by number 25 from the Ravens. Extra point is no good, so you score 6-0, Jags over the Ravens. And there'll be no gain there. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Ravens. Ravens go to a spread. And flags on the play. So as we have a timeout here on the football field, we want to thank you once again tuning in to Generation X Youth Sports Network. As it is week 1 for the YNC tour of the country, 3 stops this year. Of course, Alabama, which we're doing this weekend right here in Huntsville. Next weekend, we are revving up. Everything is bigger in Texas. We will be in Houston, as some of the best teams in Texas will be taking on teams that's flying in from around the country. 11U Rare Breeds will be taking on big 11U SED. Some big matchups that you won't want to miss that's going down in Texas. A lot of number 1 teams. For the winners this year, so you won't want to miss what's going on. Keep it locked on Generation X Youth Sports Network, and you'll find out all the additional information. All right, here we go. Ravens. Quarterback's under center. He runs to the left-hand side. And incomplete, as they're trying to get that wheel route open, as the slot receiver curves around the actual outside receiver, and the inside receiver does a slant. So they're trying to make the safety make a decision. Should he jump on the post or should he jump on the wheel route? And so quarterback usually reads that, and I try to hit the hot receiver. But a lot of pressure being applied up front by the Jaguars. Not a lot of room there for the quarterback to get the ball off. Every play it's pressure. And if you notice, the Jags on back of their jersey says landlords. Every time they take the field, the other team, it's time to pay them rent. And so this is how they feel. They get their paycheck right here, getting it in on the football field. They said the rent is due. Jaguars, a.k.a. landlords. Cover 1 for the Jaguars. Strong safety's down in the box as a linebacker. Quarterback rolls to his right, throws back across his body, and it's completed, ladies and gentlemen. Big catch for the Ravens, and that's going to be enough to move the chains. Excellent throw by the quarterback. He was able to extend the play with his legs, did not give up on the play, threw against his body to complete the pass. 1st and 10, Ravens. So that'll move the sticks for them as they're trying to get from the own shadow of their end zone. Quarterback's in shotgun. He'll step up in the pocket, rolls to his left, throws downfield, and that's a wobbly ball. And that looks like it's going to be an INT. Let's see what the call is. Flags on the play. First and 10. Sends a play in motion. Quarterback pitches ball to the left-hand side. And that's probably about a gain of 3. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Ravens. Second and 7. Jaguars with the lead 6-0 over Ravens. Handoff right up the middle. About another 2-yard gain. Not a lot there against this Jaguars defense. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. A long 5.5 for the Ravens. Best field position that the Ravens had thus far this game, as they are across the 50. They're at around the 43-yard line. Rain is coming down here in Alabama, so this becomes a little chess game. If you want to be able to pass the ball in this type of weather, or if you want to ground and pound it, but it's hard to get some yards against this Jaguars defense on the ground. Quarterback back to pass. He'll run. He'll get out of the pocket. Looks downfield, and he won't have a lot there. Late flag thrown in. And Ravens will elect to punt the ball, so it'll be switching from offense to defense. 1st and 10 Jaguars. Handoff right in the middle for the Jaguars. Still on his feet. Big hit delivered by the Ravens. Number 53 on the tackle for the Ravens. 4-yard gains for the Jaguars. Almost intercepted and now received by the Jaguars. But that's going to be for a big loss. One-on-one pass. Oh, he stopped running for one step, and that was the difference. He slowed down. If he runs through that, that's a big reception for the Jaguars. Ravens 1st and 10. Quarterback back to pass. And a reception to cross the 50, but there's a flag behind the quarterback. And that's usually in the holding spot. Let's see what the decision maker here. And that is what it will be. It will be holding against the Ravens. So that'll back them up 10 yards. So that's going to make it 1st and 20 for the Ravens. The score is 6-0 right now. Jags 6, Ravens 0. Quarterback's a shotgun for the Ravens. 1st and 20 after holding call. Oh, in and out of the hands of would-be receiver number 4. He just flat out dropped it. Nice pass, but was dropped. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Ravens. Ball's on the ground. Quarterback delivers it deep. Oh, interception by the Jaguars. 1st and 10 Jaguars. First and 10 Jaguars. Interception. So the delivery of that ball wasn't clean. I'm sure that quarterback will want that ball back, but as it starts to rain, it's hard to get a good clean rip or grip on, I should say. Big run by the Jaguars. And that's going to be about a 19-yard gain. That moves the chains for the Jaguars.
Oh. Oh. Okay, okay, okay. Ah! Oh. Hey, I'm trying to be calm.
Focus. Speed. I am speed. Faster than fast, quicker than quick. I am lightning.
7 is down the sideline, and you can count those points. That's how you open up the second half of action. As the Jaguars take it to the house, rent is getting paid by the landlords. He hits the sideline, and you can count those points. Duval. So here's the point at the attempt, so they'll go up 12-0 over the Ravens. Point at the attempt is good. So that will bring you 14-0 Duval over the Ravens. Handoff right up to right hand, still on his feet. And about a 6-yard gain, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Ravens. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Ravens right now as they're trying to get an answer to this Duval defensive front. Quarterback has been able to make some things happen, but really on broken plays where he's been able to extend the play with his feet. Quarterback comes to the line. He'll change a couple plays. They'll show an A-gap blitz. Handoff right up to A. And there is nothing there. You would think after they showed that blitz that the quarterback would want to check out of that. There's nothing there. When you see 2 linebackers showing a blitz, you don't want to try to challenge that. They're going to beat you in the numbers game every time. First and 10 for the Jags. Quarterback's in shotgun. Chips receivers to the bottom of your screen. He'll throw a wide receiver screen. He has some block. He turns on the Jets. It's a foot race now. He cuts back to the middle field. Second cut. He's breaking ankles out there. Third cut. Still on his feet. After 3 tremendous moves, now it's going to be a foot race. He'll get around to the 9-yard line. Big game for the Jaguars as he put on the bacon shake. And we'll need the medics out there. That was 3 broken ankles. Chips receivers to the bottom of your screen. He'll throw a wide receiver screen. He has some block. He turns on the Jets. It's a foot race now. He cuts back to the middle field. Second cut. He's breaking ankles out there. Third cut. Still on his feet. After 3 tremendous moves, now it's going to be a foot race. He'll get around to the 9-yard line. Big game for the Jaguars as he put, and quarterback keep on that one. He got swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It's number 25 for the Ravens. Made a great read. Did not go for the fullback fake. He kept his eyes on the quarterback all the way there. That's going to be a tackle loss of 5. Hand off right up the middle. And boy, he bullies his way. He bullies his way in as he lifted a player up off his cleats to get that touchdown. Touchdown, Jaguars. Man. And the point after tip will be no good. But touchdown for the Jaguars as they increase their leagues over the Ravens. Third quarter action right here on Generation X Youth Sports Networking. So the Ravens will be trying to put something together at the 10-yard line as their backs up against their own end zone. Quarterback back to pass, he'll roll out, cut back in, throws across the middle, incomplete on the play. Incomplete. Ball is up, intercepted, and there's going to be flags there. That might be defensive holding there. Let's see what they call. ball over the head. And they're still trying to pick it up. And it's going to be Ravens football. So mishandled snap by the Jags gives another opportunity for the Ravens to try to get some points on the board.